kiddos. Good morning, beloveds. So the stool is back in the room, and I got Gabby up on the couch, but she stepped past the heating pad. I'm just like, really, cat? I'm trying to show you the heating pad that is for you. But no such luck. Oh, well. Cats, what do you know? All right. It is the end of December. We are on the end of December. The end of November. It is November 30th. Our title is The All-in-One. The first quote is, "Hereby know that we dwell in it and it in us, because it has given us of its spirit." And that is 1 John 4:13. Hello, Foster. Just so, God and people exist in an eternal state of unity. The solid and the liquid are one substance. And that is Science of Mind, page 184. Last year, I participated in the memorial service for one of my congregants, a man much involved in the church and community. As I rose from my chair to begin the service, I suddenly became aware of that the church was filled with people from every area of this man's past. All were here to honor a man committed to life, and I couldn't help but notice the fact that one person does make a difference. The love and devotion of one person makes an impact on everything that he touches. Never should we feel that we do not matter, that we are just specks in the cosmos. In truth, we are that place where the universe reveals itself as ourselves. We are an entry point for life to express itself. For if it is true that the presence of God is indeed whole, perfect, and complete, then we constitute a part of the cosmic fabric. Without us, the universe would be segmented, imperfect, and incomplete. We need to live in an expectant sense of revelation, ever alert to the universal energies as they flow through us. We are true carriers of life, and we can allow the entry point we are to be one of great beauty and love. Infinite mind inspires me. Infinite power expresses through me. Infinite life heals me and presents me as a true spiritual being. I reveal the allness of God in everything I do. I am the place where the universe reveals its love and beauty as the being that I am. I honor the being that I am as sacred and worthwhile. Therefore, I commit myself to being the best I can be. And that is MS, Margaret Stortz. I don't know if you needed to hear that today, but apparently I did. I do say that we are channels. Whatever purposes we have in life. And we have many. I think it's Pablo Picasso said that God gives us gifts, and our gift to God is to use those gifts. Well, one of our gifts is just that, that we are channels into this world. Because frequently we say, God can do for us what God can do through us. And we literally often are the answer to people's prayers. And most of the time we don't even know it. One of the reasons why we do the food market is because there's a need. And it's an area that we want to go and support. And one of the really, it was, I don't even remember which food market it was, but we were working, and because I direct traffic, I help people, it's like, here, come here, stop here, get my crew, tell them how many things, and then help them move to the next place. I end up talking to a lot of people. And one day, This woman said to me, I didn't know how I was going to feed my children. You were the answer to my prayer, because I was just praying about how am I going to feed my children. And to have it, people don't say that to us very often, and so it definitely took me back because she got out of her car and hugged several of us. But people don't say that to us, but that's the truth. The truth of us is, because we are channels for how spirit moves into the material world, we often are the answer to people's prayers. They don't tell us that. We don't know that. And yet this is the truth of who we are. We are channels for that love to come into the world. You never know how, when you're walking past on the street and you meet a stranger's eyes and you smile, you never know how that's going to impact that person. But the truth is, it always does. And so that's what Margaret is talking about today. That when we recognize who we are, when we recognize that we are divine sparks, when we recognize that we are God in action, when we recognize that, as I like to say, spirit in motion, when we recognize that we are divine channels for how spirit enters into the material world, and we carry ourselves that way. And I don't mean in, I don't mean in that self-righteous way that we've seen people do. Just recognizing that we are beloved children of God and walking through the world in that, all of the things that she said in the treatment in the bottom, which I'm going to go back and look at. When we walk through the world like that, when we walk through the world as healed beings, when we walk through the world as, true spiritual beings, when we walk through the world inspired by that infinite power, and held by that infinite power, then we are blessing the world. And we do it just by being ourselves. And that's the truly amazing thing. Is that we don't have to do anything more than be our authentic selves. And I just want to pin your attention on the fact that we are the answers to each other's prayers. Literally. And when we can walk through the world knowing that and like I said, not in that self-righteous way, just in that you are a beloved child of God way, knowing that you are a blessing. You are a blessing. And she used the example of the memorial. You never know all of the lives that you touch. You don't. And yet there we are. So go and be your authentic, loving spirit that you are. And then what you are doing is blessing. And it's as simple as that smile. It's as simple as that smile. And that's the really incredible thing. So that middle paragraph is really kind of, never should we feel that we do not matter, that we are just specks in the cosmos. In truth, we are the place where the universe reveals itself as ourselves. We are the channel through which spirit moves into the material realm. Every single one of us. Every single one of us. We are an entry point for life to express itself. And really, honestly, that's the grand purpose. That's it. Life to express itself. That's our purpose. Our purpose is to be here to experience life. What we make of it is our gift back to spirit. If it is true that the presence of God is indeed whole, perfect, and complete, then we constitute part of that cosmic fabric. Without us, the universe would be segmented, imperfect, incomplete. So, She says, we need to live in an expectant sense of revelation, ever alert to the universal energies as they flow out through us. You want a mission for today? The mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to be alert to the universal energies as they flow out through us. We are divine channels. That is our purpose. That is our gift. And all kinds of amazing things happen when we are our authentic selves. I'm not asking you to be anything other than what you already are. A beloved child of God, a divine spark, spirit in motion, God in action, an answer to someone's prayer, a blessing on this world. And it doesn't require anything other of you other than knowing who you are. All right. So you have your mission, being alert to those. I know it sounds nebulous. It does. Being alert to those universal energies. But if you have been doing your spiritual work, if you have been doing your spiritual practices, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Those things that stir in the depth of your soul that make you go, there's more to life than I thought. All right. The other one is the same mission I give you every day, which is the spiritual practice of loving kindness, which is to do something loving for yourself, something compassionate for yourself, something kind for yourself. It can be one thing, it can be multiple things. I encourage you to do multiple things, but to do something mindfully that is loving, kind, and compassionate for yourself. And the examples I always give: taking a deep breath before you speak, taking a nap, taking a walk, sleeping through your alarm once in a while. When your alarm says, get up at this time to go exercise, you can sleep through it and rest. That's a loving, kind, and compassionate thing because you need it. I say that because I did that on Monday. Taking time for yourself, reading a really good book. It also includes eating dessert first occasionally. It is about self-care. The loving, kind, compassionate is about self-care, but it's also about joy. No matter what is going on in the world, you deserve joy. So please make time for that. Make time for that. My example of joy is eat dessert first, but there are other kinds. One of my other make time for joys is snuggling with the fur babies, and I get to do that every day when I come to do these live streams, because if I call him, if he's not in here, he will come. He knows that this is snuggle time. So that is also loving, kind, compassionate. All right. I ask you to practice it because you are your best test subject. I also ask you to practice it because you deserve your own love, your own kindness, and your own compassion. All right. And then there's the rest of I encourage you to do something to engage your mind and your body, whatever that looks like to you. I encourage you to drink plenty of water. Hydration is super important. I encourage you to get early in your day bright light. That goes a long way to resetting your hormones. You'll feel better. You'll have more energy during the day. You'll sleep better at night. It's science. It's called a circadian rhythm. You can look it up. Light therapy is a thing. Okay. And then in the words of Ernest Holmes, open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around us all the time because it's a state of mind. What we talked about today, the all-in-one, recognizing that we are divine channels. Well, part of that is opening the windows of our soul to feel the stirring of those cosmic energies, those universal energies, to feel the spirit flowing through us. Sometimes when we are speaking to someone, we feel the spirit flow through us in the words that we speak. That's the power of opening the windows of our soul. And that's the power of being able to create heaven any place. There's not one place that heaven is, because it's a state of mind, but it can be any place. So, all All right. It is a superpower. There was something. Oh, and as always, opening the windows of our soul, take Emma's advice, look for the good and praise it. All right. I'm going to move on into, here's the social media. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the running Rev Ryan on my social media. I did get told that my YouTube channel needs some work last night. Yes, it does. Fair is over. Dickens on the Strand is my last event, and then I get my Saturdays back. So I will get back to working on that. And I do owe you a Sunday service if you watch the YouTube. So I'm working on that. Hopefully the board meeting won't last too long tonight, so I can get it done tonight. Otherwise, it'll be tomorrow. All right. So if you want to know what's going on with the center, email info@creativelife.org. That'll get you on the constant contact. The hot links are hot. They will either take you directly to the information you want or to the person who will give you the information that you want. So please feel free to take advantage of that. And now I guess I'm at the part where I encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanting day, a wonder-filled day, a brisk day, a sunny day, a let's enjoy the weather while we have it day. It's very windy out there, so the sound of the wind in the trees, yes. And a good day, and if that is too much pressure, simply have a day, because you are enough just as you are. You are a beloved child of God. You are a divine spark. You are a blessing. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. That is who you are. That is the truth of your being. And the amazing thing about it is, it's a state of grace. It doesn't have to be earned, and it can't be taken away. Not by anybody. All right. So, know who you are. You are love in action. And I am being dramatic. So I'm going to get my stuff together because I have to go to work today. Or I get to go to work today. So, Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I will be back with you around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.